the whole idea of these interviews came about because when it comes to the summertime, I will do an offer on my shoots again, like I did last summer, which is I did something stupid like £20. And at the time, it was just because I needed to get out and photograph people. I was so desperate to by the end of the first lockdown. But I did find after that, when I'd done the photos, so many of my customers were just feeling so unhappy with themselves. They were happy with the photographs and everything, but they'd look at themselves and go, "Oh God, I put on weight," or "God, my skin's got so bad." There was so many different things that their self-esteem was just so low that I wanted to give people something positive to focus on and to work towards, because I know I'm feeling it myself now. I've seen barely any sunlight. I look like a vampire, and I just want everyone to be able to focus on something positive and making themselves feel good rather than just being stuck in this kind of continuous negativity cycle. So I am calling on all my expert ladies to help us all out with having something positive to focus on. So would you like us to tell me about yourself and what it is that you do and how you can help?
Yeah, well, I'm Elizabeth Arden trained beautician and Colour Me Beautiful trained image consultant as well. And I currently work with Neil's Yard Remedies, which started in Covent Garden and has expanded. And it's a salon brand, which I love using because, salon brands are so much more effective than, what you could buy in any sort of pharmacy.
Yeah.
So all my life I've actually liked helping people with their self-esteem, and it's about the whole image, not just about putting makeup on, for instance, because obviously I'm trained in doing that too. So I think that what sort of makes me tick is actually seeing somebody with the poor self-esteem and then try to transform their view of themselves, to give them a spring in their step, if you like.
Good. Yeah, because I'm a big advocate for that as well, and I'll do whatever I can. I'm not makeup trained, and I can't make people, feel like they look better, whatever, apart from, a bit of slight touching up in Photoshop, but it's more than that. It needs to be on the inside as well. Like, my sisters are the worst for it. They'll constantly put themselves down. I'm always having them go at them, go, "Stop it. You need to learn to love yourselves better." But we
Yeah.
are all guilty of it, so.
But I can actually quickly just show you, for instance, what colour does. For instance, these are colours that would be suitable for someone with silvery colour hair. And so, as you can see, they really don't do that much. The blue's actually not bad. Pink's dreadful. But they really don't do very much for me, because this is for somebody who has a cool dominance, if you like. That's what we call it. As opposed to these, which are more my colours, warm.
Yeah.
It used to be called autumn in the old-fashioned system. But all this was actually developed by Albert Munsell, and he invented the colour identification system in 1903. And this is used, the colour wheel is used by institutions all over the world, and hairdressers, photographers, people like that do use this system. So, the colours, actually, there are three characteristics. There's the hue, which is the undertone of the colour, whether it's warm or cool. And there's the value, the depth of the colour. So whether you're wearing a pale pink as opposed to a bright pink. And the chroma, which is the clarity and the purity of the colour. And all that is taken into consideration when you're looking at colours for somebody. But it's not about, telling anybody to lose weight. Everybody's gained a bit of weight during this lockdown because we're not getting the exercise that we need.
Yeah.
But it's not just about diet, which is important, actually, if you want a good skin. But it's about your style too. I'm actually trained in looking at style. So it's looking at the frame of the body, looking at the shape. So whether you're pear-shaped or what we would call an inverted triangle, which is somebody with wider shoulders and smaller hips, and looking at your personality, whether you might be slightly sort of romantic style, or whether you're somebody that, you know, is a city person and you like to look what we would say city chic. But you could fall between those depending on where you go. For instance, I would be probably more of a romantic in the evening style wise than I am during the day, which I would say describe myself as a city chic person.
Say I am. Would you say that I'm city chic?
Definitely.
I
Definitely. Yeah, smart casual.
yeah.
Definitely.
I don't think I should be wearing white though. I feel like it's making me paler.
Difficult to actually say on a Zoom call, actually, but what colour eyes have you got?
Blue.
Yeah, and you see the colour of your hair actually makes a difference too.
Yeah.
So, you know, you could be possibly, if you've got red in your hair, you could be warm like me.
Yeah.
So I've got bluey green eyes and a bit of red in my hair, so warm. Or you could be a clear, but you know, that's I can show you in a book actually. So that would be somebody with who's clear.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, they've got bluey green eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and but very, very outstanding colour in their eyes.
Mm.
And so that, you know, the eyes do sort of really quite jump out at you. And that would be sort of the colour palette somebody with a, you know, a clear that would wear, that sort of thing. Personally, I don't think you can do colour very well over a Zoom call, but maybe one day we could do that. Yeah, we could meet up and we could have a go with that. But the warm colour palette is this one here, so you can see the difference. And again, this would be what a warm person would look like.
Mm-hmm.
See that okay?
Yeah.
And again, there's that red in the hair, so therefore the colour palette would be more warm, if you like, going towards on that, you know, colour wheel. It would be more warm rather than cool.
I do tend to steer towards warmer colours when I'm doing my makeup. So I'll have like my base there for my eyeshadow. I'll generally do like an orangey colour.
Yeah, I'm sure that works. It looks very nice today anyway.
Okay, so when I'm shooting people, I will generally advise them to wear whatever represents them well and they'll feel comfortable in, because if they're feeling uncomfortable, if they wear something that they think will make them look nice but they're potentially quite uncomfortable, then that's going to show in their photo. So I'll just say whatever makes you feel comfortable. But I think I can probably be recommending better than that, especially based off of what you just said. So for people like me and us then, so they'd probably steer towards a more warmer colour palette. And then you've got your clears with your dark hair. Is there any other types? And then you've got your silver hair with the I can't remember what colours you said for the silver hair.
Well, more towards the cool side of the
Was it?
of the colour wheel.
That because it's quite contrasting.
You can contrast within that sort of colour wheel, for instance. Yeah, you can, and it works very well together to wear contrasting things. For instance, you know, they give you some examples here that can work, but doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually do think that clients do need to be comfortable in what they wear.
Yeah.
But I think the colour really does will make the photograph look either from an ordinary photograph to being outstanding.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know if you've seen my photo, you know, my shots that I've had done, and I'm wearing my blue uniform.
Yeah.
And that is such a sort of an electric blue that it really does shine out. And I think it's about making people shine. You know, and make them look their best, their very best.
No, I've
When
heard
you're
you
doing
say
headshots is the word.
I've heard you say before about black being not a very good color on anyone, but I know that a lot of people I've worked with will go, "Oh no, I'll wear black. Black's nice and slimming." Or
Yeah, not on anyone actually. There are some dominants that can wear black,
yeah,
but you know, it's not saying, oh, you can't wear black,
yeah,
because then you would take a scarf that would be, you know, or some jewellery
yeah.
that would take that colour away from your face.
Mm,
So it's about really also the colour reflecting on your face too.
yeah.
If you have you know, your colours done, you can see it immediately what suits you,
Mm,
because you know, you just put these drapes around somebody and you can actually see what the colour does to the face and the neck.
mm,
Sometimes actually colour can make the face look young as opposed to old in some colours.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, can actually reflect on the neck. And for instance, if I was to wear sort of an aubergine colour, it would actually sort of show up and it would make me look much more dated and old.
The issues that I've known of for self-esteem, particularly during lockdown, particularly during this lockdown as well, because it's winter, it's cold, and everyone's feeling just quite drab. I've heard the word drab so many times in the last few weeks as to how people have felt. Um, I know what I'm guilty. I've been stuck in joggers for weeks because I'm just at home. No one's going to see me. So the kind of motivation to make an effort to dress up and look nice just hasn't been there. And I know that a lot of people have been stuck in ruts and feeling just quite drab and down about themselves because of that. So is there anything that any advice you'd give to those folks?
I think it's a matter of self-care.
Hmm.
You know, I think when we've all got families and we've been stuck in this situation, you tend to put other people before yourself.
Mhm.
And I think, you know, you just got to think, well, the spring's coming. It's going to be lovely. You know, even just using something like a foot file in the shower, you know, getting rid of all that dead skin around your heels and, you know, the hard skin on the ball of your feet can make you feel, again, so much better about yourself. It's not just about the colour that you wear, it's about your whole self-care system, really.
Mhm.
You know, and you know, I think if you actually put yourself forward for once, you know, and try to make that little bit of effort, it'll be worth it because it'll be an investment in your self-esteem.
So true.
Definitely.
Nice little pamper every now and then wouldn't hurt.
That's right. I think, well, as L'Oreal normally says, you're worth it.
It's
And
true.
my goodness, you are worth it.
So how can people access your products and services? Say, for example,
I
tried
yeah,
it
I have.
themselves. They've tried different colours on them and different style clothing, but they just can't seem to find something that works for them that they like. So how can they get in touch with you to give them some help?
They can call me by any means, you know, and I'm always available. If not, I'll always get back to them within, you know, 24 hours. Email,
Mhm.
I've got email and website and obviously social media. So, you know, I can be contactable anyway.
Mhm.
I just think that, you know, looking at your personal self-esteem and, you know, just trying to lift that now with the spring coming up will be an added bonus to you. It's a good investment, should we say,
Mhm.
for the future.
I completely agree.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.